Today is another Crockpot Wednesday, and I'm going to be making a very special Crockpot meal. I am the kind of girl who loves sandwiches, different kinds of subs, hot sandwiches, cold sandwiches, and today we're going to make meatballs for meatball sandwiches. We're going to also have some vegetables on the side. So let's get in the kitchen and let's get started because we got a lot of cooking to do. Everyone, and welcome to my kitchen because you know today is Wednesday and that means Crockpot Wednesday. About a few months ago I had a video where I made meatballs and I stuck them in the freezer, and I was cleaning out my freezer yesterday and I realized that I had these meatballs. So today we're going to make a Crockpot meal using these meatballs. We're going to make meatball sandwiches. So what we're going to do is we're going to lightly brown all of these meatballs. This will just take some of the fat out of them and also will help them in the Crockpot in the cooking process. Someone pointed out to me that when you are cooking with a cast iron skillet that you should not turn your heating element on high because the cast iron skillet is we're going to lightly brown all of these meatballs. This will just take some of the fat out of them and also will help them in the Crockpot in the cooking process. Someone pointed out to me that when you are cooking with a cast iron skillet that you should not turn your heating element on high because the cast iron skillet gets really hot. And that is a great tip. Also, a cast iron skillet doesn't use near as much propane here on my stove because that it holds the heat so much better than one of them cheap flimsy pans. You can also buy a really good grade cast iron skillet and it doesn't really have to cost you that much because it lasts such a long time. In fact, cast iron skillets last a lifetime and beyond that. So I'm going to continue to brown all of these, and then we're going to go back over to the counter and we're going to put them in the crock pot. Have all of our meatballs browned and we're going to stick them in the crock pot. I'm trying to keep them that they don't lose their form and shape. Now homemade meatballs do not have all of the fillers that store-bought ones do. Now of course these meatballs are not cooked thoroughly. They're just browned on the outside to get some of that extra fat off. I try to get my ground beef the 90% lower fat, which makes a huge difference. When I have deer meat, I also will eat some deer meat, but we don't have any deer meat right now. Alright, so let's get working on the rest of our meatballs. Some of my homemade spaghetti sauce, and we're going to put this on top. Now I don't want to have too much sauce, but yet I want to have enough that we can have sauce with it. This is not going to be making, I'm not making spaghetti with this. This is going to be for meatball sandwiches. So I think that's plenty of sauce. I don't want to drown it too much. We'll add just a little bit more. Let's just add the quart. It will cook some of it away. Now what I'm going to do is I always use a little bit of this in my pizza sauce. Now my pizza sauce is great the way it is, but I add a little bit of this. It makes it a little thicker and it just adds a little more flavor to it. Yum, yum. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it on high, and it's going to be on high for about 3 hours because we want to make sure the meat is cooked through. I have a lot of grapes, probably 2 hours worth of grapes I need to harvest because the heavy rains will actually really ruin the grapes if I don't get started on that. So that's going to be Friday's video, but I'm going to say goodbye for a little bit, and I'll see you with the magic of the camera 4 hours later when this is finished, and then we'll put our meal together. So, wish me luck because I got a lot of work to do outside, and it's a horrible, nasty, rainy, dreary day. I don't have much time because it's expected to hit Wednesday and Thursday in North and South Carolina. And so that means Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is when it's going to hit me. Alright, so see you soon. Finished. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to toast these rolls. These are day-old rolls and I love them. They're a sub roll that I get at the discount grocery store. But they're perfect for something like this. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to just toast these a little bit and then we're going to assemble our meatball sandwiches and I'll show you the vegetable that I make. So our cheap meal is done and my daughter's here and I'm going to fix up a plate for her. Alright, let me go ahead and pan my camera down and show you what it looks like. Do we put 2 or 3? I guess 2.
I do 3.
Oh, you want 3?
Yeah, go for 3.
That's a lot of meat. Alright. So there's one plate and we're going to go ahead and put some of my spice mix on it. Put some cheddar cheese on it. We made broccoli with cheese as well. And there you go. There is a plate. Yum, yum. Go ahead. Now that is a great meatball sandwich. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what it tastes like. She's making hers.
This smells amazing.
There's her food.
I am hungry.
Looks good, Michelle. Looks great.
Add some spices.
Now that's a good meal. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give it a try. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Yum, yum. This is really good. So give it a try. I'm going to share with you the video above me where I made the meatballs. Put them in the freezer and you have a quick meal any time of the day. Bye.